Hello, hello, hello. First thing I want to say, it's weird. I want to say it's been a while, but maybe the time I, the time from this video and the last video, maybe resembles what's been happening in my mind and my relationship towards the world. I wanted to express myself. I just meditated, and I felt like I had fit. I felt like I had things to say. Um, it's strange because when I pressed play and wanted to just express myself, I thought that I was in no position to speak, that um, you know nothing, which, in a sense, they are true. I know nothing. Um, I know guru. I always say, this is my truth, even though I believe there is no truth. You only believe what is the most helpful for your being and your spirit. And I'm sure that what is good for your spirit, there is always a part that is good for the other before you think. Before you think that what I said, that believing, you only believe in what is actually helping you, but before you think that this is a pure egotistical and self-centered idea. It isn't. It's in a whole in a whole the whole idea of meditation. I often don't like the word um work on yourself, and I think I didn't like that word because I don't like the word work. But, it's it's exactly like um it's a question of perception projection, you know. Me thinking that the word work is definitely negative, just a question of perception projection. So I wouldn't say it is, working on yourself. Don't like, I don't like that word. It's understanding yourself, maybe understanding the world, or at least discovering the world that is inside you. And by discovering the world inside you, you discover the world outside of you, or you better your relationship with the world outside of you. So like meditation, like understanding the world inside of you, is meditation can help you, of course, immensely, immensely do that. But um, personal work, because I don't like saying work because I really don't see it as something that sometimes it is seen as an effort, and oftentimes, when I don't meditate or when I stop, trying to understand or not understand, um, yeah, just before I wanted to stop the recording and start it back because I feel very uh, decon, deconce concentrated, deconcentrated, deconcentrated. Doesn't That's not a word. Don't feel concentrated at all. There's a lot of sounds distractions I can hear in my apartment. But that's just a personal limitation on myself. I can still talk. And the first time I really no plan, nothing is planned, just here, and I felt the deepest, most such a honest will to press play and talk. And I hope that I'm not. Maybe I am. Wait. Uh, 2 secs. Okay, so normally it's still maybe that's just Android. Well, I don't really care. The sound is the most important thing here. Um, no plan. I just wanted to talk. A lot of things have changed in my life. A lot of things have changed in my life, and something that is a recurring theme in my life where I think I've understood, just understood life, everything, and then something happens and it I call it chamboules my mind. It makes me rethink as I rediscover more things, and at the same time can be seen as discouraging or yeah, discouraging. No, it really isn't when you think about it. Because if I'm able to know what I know um, about myself, my age, or at least with the with with like nearly 1 year, 1.5 year of practice, with experiencing not much, not much, good things, but not much. I can only be happy and only be looking forwards life in general, meaning that there is new experiences, new things that will tell me or show me things about myself. Sometimes it scares me um, how changed my life has been, has felt like. Because truly, I sometimes very funny. I don't know if it's real, but I don't think my world or what I was seeing is the same thing. Is what I'm seeing right now. Not in the sense, or sometimes you feel like that, or it. In other words, I feel like seen my conscious mind 1 year ago, and before I was living 17 years of just being there, or well, at least 3 years of not even knowing that I exist, and then 15, 15 years or 14 years of knowing that I exist, but now 1 year of okay, there is another layer of what the ego calls the you, and maybe it's that really ignited the fire of this act as I was watching a video about Ram Dass, fellow meditator and human being that talking about the you, and he said something very interesting. Wanna find it hard to speak in English. It's really funny. Um, I want to share with you. So he said there are different layers seeing others and yourself. First layer, very basic, very primal, the physical. So I see a skinny man. I see a pretty woman. I see a dog. I see a man. I see somebody with blue hair. I see someone with fat legs. And that is the very basic. And the more you deconstruct this idea, the more you deconstruct these perceptions, the more you realize, or the less you suffer because the more you realize that there's more to just the physical body. It's like these expressions you always hear all your life, but you never quite understand them. Understand in the sense you never really experience them, never judge a book by its cover. Well, the you, imagine a human being as a book that is, as a book in a book, like a Russian doll, Russian doll. Oh yeah, that logo. Wait, let me. That lo. Ooh, ooh, that logo. What I use to record on my camera. Oh, what you're seeing right now is my telephone. Don't know if I'm gonna give them the ad. Sorry, Camo. So you're deconstructing. Well, I'm speaking for Ramdas here. Ramdas, come in. No, it's me. So there's the the physical. Let's say the physical layer. You know, imagine. eh, I don't know how many, but let's start with physical layer. Or seeing something, there's a physical layer. That's the most basic thing. Let's be honest, it's the most instinctive thing to like in situation where it's survival mode. Survival mode kicks in, primal self kicks in. Um, that's the moment where physically, uh, so there's the physical layer, and it's the most obvious one. Just if ever you're watching this video with somebody next to you or there's somebody in the background, look at the person. First thing, um, well, it would be incredible if you see um, something else before seeing the physical, but that's like the first thing you see. If ever I'm taking poses, it's because um, there's a lot of sounds in the background, and the microphone doesn't pick it up, but my ear picks it up, and I'm not that concentrated. But I should just accept it, honestly. I'm accepting it. And so after that, there's the psychological layer. That's also very obvious sometimes. You see someone and you say, "Oh, he's a happy guy. Oh, she's a sad lady. Oh, bet he's anxious. I bet she depends a lot on him. Oh, I bet they like have a thing going on." That's psychological. It's reading um, facial expressions. It's reading physical expressions. So, in a sense, physical and psychological both works together. And then thirdly, um, that's when it gets a bit complicated. Thirdly, well, Randas says when you see, or I'm not. I don't really believe in that. Whether you see people as I don't know how you say it in English, like planets, like Vertigo, Sagittarius, and all that. You see, like there's only 12 type of beings in life. I'm not going to talk loads about it because I know nothing about it, but I respect people who believe in that. And then there's, for me, the one that is truly liberating, and to see somebody for that, pretty incredible. It's seeing the spirit of the other. So spirit is a Christian word. I didn't know that, but it is a Christian word, and it's often used to describe the spirit in the body. So the spirit, a thing that hasn't doesn't have any boundaries. There is no boundaries to it. There's no you can't define it really. Just the spirit, just is. And Ramdas said that the last layer, and the most I think familiar for any Buddhist out there is not God, not God in the Christian way, where there is just one, but God in the way of everything is one. It's an idea that describing it very literally, you can't really describe it literally. You can't really say, okay, so this. Well, many have done it, but um, I don't know much about it, and I don't want to say just things to say things. Um, Show that my journey, I'll discover more about this idea because it's very familiar to me through the experience, not through my language, and it's really, I'm trying to really describe it. It's just seeing everything as one, that everybody is the same thing, just that all that this is the Buddhist take, reincarnation and all that. Everything is one, and you're just imagine like this can seem as pretty strange, but it's like putting on costume, and in that costume there's loads of psychological things to it, like putting costume and I'm in the um I'm in costume Alfred. Um, even now, I'm identifying so much that costume that I don't want to say my age or my name, and it, it really doesn't have much importance. I'm 18 years old. Well, see, that's the thing. If you take layers by layers and you go to the last layer, you can say through words, Alfred is 18 years old. I am living in an 80-year-old body that has a name, Alfred Melchior Didier de Pierrefeu. Um, see, I wanted to talk about this because there's one thing I often struggle a bit in day-to-day life, is when somebody says, "Who are you?" And in the moment, you're acting. There's a lot of sociologists that says that you're acting in society, you're unconsciously acting. True. And in these situations, oh yeah, well, I'm Alfred. I'm 18 years old, physical. I'm pretty motivated in life, psychological. See, we define ourselves only by two things, psychological and physical. And maybe we describe ourselves with future and past. So you can also define yourself by future and past. Like past accomplishments or future projects. But future projects are still you in the psychological sense, and past accomplishments are physical self because you did the act with your hands, with your body. You did something. And so sometimes, I remember um, when we had a conversation. Let me just lower a bit my voice. We had a conversation with Tristan, a conversation between two human beings, and we said that um, it's so hard to answer that question when you're really, really, balanced and aware and calm, and you just want to say, "Man, I'm just here. What I am is the awareness." When somebody asks you, "What are you?" Don't you want to answer what is going to value you the most? When somebody is asking you, "Who are you?" You want them to remember you. So that's why you say, "Oh, well, hello, my name is na na na. I did this and this. Oh my God, look at me. I'm damn. I'm what, but yeah." Ego is loving it. When I say ego is the thing in your mind that clings to identification, that clings to, "I have a body. This is my body, my in responsibility." It's I'm fat, I'm fucking. It's the I. It's the I, and you may say, "Oh yeah, but you said a lot I in this video." When I say I, it's purely coming from awareness, purely coming from consciousness. Not uh, uh, I'm deeply saying I as the one who's seeing this and acting. Acting, not in the sense of playing a role, but acting in the sense of turning an idea into words. So in these type of moments, when you say you, who are you? What I think values me the most, even that question, that's just the ego. That's just giving, giving food to something that just makes you suffer. As who I am right now, who I am right now, I think it's more me that has a problem with day-to-day phrases. The "Hey, what's up? Hey, how are you?" Sorry to say this, but who gives a real crap how are you if you're not even going if you know that the other one isn't gonna say the truth? That's why that every time somebody's asked me, "How are you?" I actually think about how I'm feeling right now, right here, right now. And to be fair, it's pretty hard to always, um, if you see a lot of people when you, for example, go in class or go to work, it's hard to always think like that. But I mean, it's such a good question when you think about it. How are you, man? Hey, how's your day going? If you know that the person in front of you really wants to know how are you, you didn't see him yesterday, we're wondering what's up. Oh, it's such a loving question, and it's turned out to be just small talk. Well, how I perceive it, and maybe that's not how other people perceives it. Maybe I think that people see it like that. very probable. At least that's how I see it with myself. So when somebody says, "How are you?" in a sense, talking to someone and you can't really define yourself. That's why I remember very, very, very. I remember the moment. Um, I entered. I entered the school that I'm now in, a cinema school, and I did this interview with a teacher, and he asked me, "Where do you see yourself in 10 years?" What the is that question, man? What the hell? I don't even know where I am right now. And you're asking me in 10 years? All right, 10 years. Um, I'll create a burger that never loses its flavor. Um, in 10 years, I'll be the supervisor of a banana-shaped TV. In 10 years, I'll be the leader of what we call now Vlobid. Vlobid is a new state in America. Like, see what I mean? You can't really define yourself in 10 years. I know sometimes people use, this phrase to maybe see themselves more clearer or more better, and so they strive to change themselves. And I totally understand that. But in my experience, thinking in advance or thinking in 10 years or seeing yourself in 10 years and striving to be that person, who fucking knows that that person is actually better than who's right now? In acceptance, the tool of acceptance is the greatest gift. And I was talking to my friend 2 days ago, one day ago, and I realized that I was using the tool the wrong way. There isn't a right way, but at least the wrong way for myself, my experience. I I was using it as just we call in France défaitiste, somebody that just accept that he is defeated and moves on. But he doesn't really moves on. I saw when he said to me, he said, when you accept something, do you have to think, oh, I can imagine, I'm not going to be able to spend time with this friend. Well, all right, I accept it. Shit, I still feel a bit, something's missing. I feel like, oh, still feel a bit sad. And I felt like that sometimes. And just my friend said, accept it. And then, all right, see the good way. See the positive of it. Oh, okay. Well, that means I've got more time for myself. Which is true. And right here, right now, you see, this episode won't be possible if a certain person didn't um wasn't available. I'm still doing something that I enjoy. It's really perfect. So that was my reflection of the you, which is changing, and I think I've done a huge progress. Or at least I've discovered a lot of things about what we call myself. I think I've got a lot of things to learn. A lot of things to learn. As I've got certain relationships in my life, I see them as spirit to spirit. At least, to be honest, not deeply. I don't like when I see the person, I don't immediately see spirit by spirit. At least I've got the idea of it. I can, when I think of this idea, come back to it and see the person as a spirit. Incredible. You lose all all the annoying, all the all the fear, all the fear of the identity, all the fear of, oh well, my identity or will be diminished. Oh well, um, he or she um is looking bad today, or it's hard for me to say in words why this is helpful. What I said before was helpful for me, but you just don't judge. You don't judge. You accept the person and you accept the spirit. And this isn't the case for every relationship in my life. Some another thing I really wanted to talk about was um I I think I recorded an episode and never posted it about uh, this. I don't know what I said in this episode, but I know that I said at one moment I was talking about a girl, and whoa, imagine if I in that episode I talked about what happened, not in details, but what it made me realize, and wow, um, this relationship with this girl is truly unique. Never really felt it in my life, and it all happened through the power of, well, in my part, the power of letting go, going with the flow, and just accepting, not forcing, just, just, just living, And it's a great story because we thought we were in a certain relation. Well, I thought we were in a certain relationship, and then we said to ourselves, this wasn't working, and this like it's way too fast, and you know what? Let's just you live your life, and I'll live your my life, and so it was like, ooh, and then just naturally, I spent more time with her, um, spent more times together, and came back and actually realized that I liked her. And for me, it's pretty. My ego feels vulnerable speaking about love, but it's fucking incredible, really incredible. And now I'm in a relationship with this person. Things that I've learned in such a little time. My ego, when I say this phrase, everything I've learned through this little time I spent with her, or all the things that she gave me through just spending time with me, told me so much about myself. Makes the ego feel like, wait, hold on, man. You're not supposed to feel all this. It's only been like 3 months. Calm down, calm down. There's no rule to life. There's no rule to perceive or see things in a certain way. And I've said it numerous times. Thank you, because I don't think it's the biggest love. I can see the fearful mind, and I can see the loveful mind. I understand now how so many people accept love, are open to love. And I understand now that I had a fearful mentality, and my ego felt threatened by love. Why? 'Cause in moments of love, you lose your sense of identity. You're just with the person, spending a good time. And that works with any type of relationship, not a romantic relationship. Feel like I can't say everything in this podcast, as there are things that right now, right here, right now, I haven't talked about with this person. Certain things I've seen and I've learned, and I thank myself so much. And I thank people around me and the what happened to make me meditate and to make me introspect. I've said that to her, but I don't think um we'd have this relationship I didn't if I didn't have the tools. As it's so easy in a relationship that where you like the other, who sometimes before it's ever said that it's a relationship, be stressed about it, feel anxious about it, and it's so easy to say it's his fault, it's not me. So easy. Oh damn, it's so easy. God damn, it's so easy. And I just knew that it wasn't the case. The outside world reflects the inside world. Yeah, I would like to say I really would like to say everything in this podcast, but I don't know if I should. I do understand now the idea of attach, connect and don't attach. Connect with the people around you. Don't depend on them. As I felt this feeling of just emptiness, loneliness while seeing this person. At a certain moment, right here, right now, I'm peaceful. I'm deeply, yeah, I'm good. And I really felt a moment. I really felt that moment, that precise moment, and thanks to my friend and thanks to myself, thinking about it, thinking in a good way where I understood that I've lived all this life. There was always love. Love was always there. Just now I'm realizing and deeply realizing that it exists. That it's not just this person that is love. Love is all around me. And in a sense, this person made me realize it. I don't have to depend on this person to seek love, to feel love. Love is everywhere. Love is everywhere. I don't care how I feel afterwards saying that or I just love is everywhere. Love is really everywhere. And it makes me so damn happy to know that. There was this book I'd read all summer, and it always said you can see things through fear, through love. And I would always understand fear but never love. And now I think I get in the idea. And on this line, feel like I've expressed myself, feel content. I thank you. Thank you all if ever you've listened to this. Um, my point, my I don't want any views. I don't want recognition. Just happy if ever you've heard something in this video that maybe made you think about something. Just that. Be happy. I'm sure, not sure that what I said was like the Bible. I'm sure that you're able, without this video, to think. But I hope, or it'd be cool if you learned something or saw something from my experience. Thank you a lot for listening, and love yourself and love